please wake up? This is Snowman in the Morning.
Oh, yeah!
Time to go sipping. This coffee with McCarthy is sponsored by Steph Curry Cognac. One, and it's lights out.
Oh yeah, we grinding them beans, sipping that coffee.
Lord have mercy. And now we are joined by the guy who applied his dulcet tones to his jingle. No credentials required, zone, Ryan McCarthy, and we are now entering coffee with McCarthy. So what's the brew, sir?
Well, I picked up a new brew this weekend. I got the Wake the Bones, which is really great. It's a nice, like medium to dark blend, so it's a good time.
McCarthy's appearance is brought to you by Invader Coffee, a proud affiliate sponsor of Snowman in the Morning, and no credentials required. So if you all go to snowmaninthemorning.com or snowmanmultimediasports.com, click on the logo that you will see later today, and make your purchase, all you coffee sippers, and I know plenty. So, how are you doing today, Mr. McCarthy? Old New Jersey Devils fan of mine.
I woke up because you guys were talking about dolphins, so I had to wake up and sip some coffee. It's funny. I as soon as I heard that trade, I saw a social media post, and they were asking if Xavier Howard and Jalen Ramsey were the best duo, cornerbacks duo in the NFL. I'm like, they're not even the best cornerbacks duo
in the division.
What are you talking about?
Can I get a witness?
But it's not even the best in the division.
You, Mr. McCarthy, think the same way I do. And I said this question. I said this question earlier. Who the hell are they?
They're not even addressing the biggest problem, which is quarterback.
Oh, so I'm so glad you said that. So, Ayahuasca wants to play in the Meadowlands. What do you think?
Quit teasing us, dude.
Thank you. Thank you. That's exactly how I feel about Aaron Rodgers. It's like, why are you making it so difficult for the Jets? Because you're basically going to pull the rug from under them and say, "Nah, I'm going to stay in Green Bay." That's really how I feel about that. And I said on Cole Sports, I told your owner, I said, look, take your jet, dump Aaron Rodgers back in Green Bay, and get as far away from him as possible. But no, they had to be entertained by the lure of, in the words of Negro Knight, the bad man.
Who has a playoff game in a
who has been a bad man when it comes to January. The last many years.
The same quarterback who some think belongs in the pantheon of greats. I'm looking at you, Trey Larkins, and Trey is a good friend of mine, but doesn't know his quarterbacks. Let me explain. Let me take this time while I'm sipping my coffee and Ryan is sipping his to explain ayahuasca, or whatever the hell that drug is. Aaron Rodgers hasn't done a bleep thing in January since 2011. When somehow, with an injury,
very Jones 11
in the mouth, not mouth. He punched the Bears in the mouth, took him to the Super Bowl in Dallas, and it was cold in Dallas. And AT&T Stadium thought they could set the record for attendance, and they fell woefully short. And hasn't done a GD thing since. I'm sorry, Aaron Rodgers does not belong in the pantheon of greats. Now, if he winds up with the JETS Jets, my next three words are duck and cover.
Our beloved brother Wise El Jefe of Stuck in My Mind podcast fame, he says, Right now, anything is better than Zach Wilson. Yes, his name is Mike White.
Yeah. Sad but true. Honestly, sad but true. Anybody is better than Zach Wilson right now.
I agree with that.
I would put 2 extra words in there, but the folks in Chicago and Atlanta and Baltimore wouldn't be happy with us. And let me say hello to all of our affiliates joining us here. Mr. McCarthy, why don't they just start Mike White and get it over with? I have to know. Why don't
love me some look? I love me some Mike effing White, but it's he's not the answer. He's a solution. He's a temporary solution. He's a stopgap, but he's not the answer.
So who's the answer quarterback for the Jets?
It ain't Aaron Rodgers.
Hell no, it ain't Aaron Rodgers.
Not now at the moment. It's not, and sure as heck not Zach Wilson.
Right.
I'll take a one-legged Joe Theismann over Zach Wilson.
One-legged Joe Theismann. You will take him over us? Oh, okay. So you will take. So what? So what you're saying to me is you'll take a one-legged Joe Theismann in his 70s than you would Zach Wilson now. What an indictment against Zach Wilson.
If I were the Jets, I'd go to the old Meadowlands. I'd take a one-legged Phil Simms after he broke his leg in 1990 over Zach Wilson. Okay, I'll take a back-broken Joe Montana in a Jets uniform. Thank God that didn't happen in 1994. But
I'll take DeMarie with an Achilles tear.
In 93. Wow.
I'll take Byron Leftwich. Oh my leg! And
the original "Oh my leg."
Yeah, the original "Oh my leg." I will take a Byron Leftwich who got crunched in the knee, and his teammates were picking him up, carrying him on the field, which led to. I hate to do this, Jets fans, but listen carefully. That injury led to a game-winning touchdown by Byron Leftwich.
Look, I will take a syrup serpent DeMarcus Russell over Zach Wilson.
Oh. Speaking of busts,
hard.
I mean, all Zach Wilson has to do is gain 50 pounds, and he'll be there.
Yes.
I
know Mormons don't drink, but enough cans of Coke will do it to you.
I'm not a Bear fan, but I'm going to make Vic Alon very happy. I will take a left-handed pea-shooting Cade McNown.
Oh, wow.
Over Zach Wilson. I will take a left-handed pea-shooting Cade McNown. Let's go down the list, shall we? I'll take. Let me think. Oh, you know what? I'll take a Cleveland Browns version of Jacoby Brissett. And I got my thoughts on Jacoby Brissett later. Over Zach Wilson. All right. Since we're going to go back in the day, this one's for you, Cole. I will take a Cody Carlson.
Oh man, Commander Cody.
And Jack Pardee effed that team up after he took over. Find the lie.
Yeah, to me, they got a little bit on the softer side, but yeah, that's me.
I will take a late in his career Drew Bledsoe over Zach Wilson.
Can we get a witness here?
So Bledsoe when he was with the Cowboys. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Immobile as heck, but can still throw the ball.
He can still throw it. Yeah.
I mean, since we're thinking about quarterbacks, we'd rather
take even Ryan Leaf.
Ooh. Ryan Leaf, Mr. Two of what was it? 415 for 2 yards in a game. Ryan Leaf.
Hey, chat, let's light it up. Who would you take over Zach Wilson? It could be a past quarterback. It could be a present quarterback. Let's light up the chat. Let's light up the
Lord.
A Pizzle dropped. Ray Lucas.
What about Ray Lucas?
That man saved almost took the Jets to the playoffs in '99.
Yes,
I have lots of respect for him.
Look, I will.
Broken down. I'll take a broken down Carson Palmer, who blindly led the Bengals to the playoffs in 2005. And
Look, I would.
I'll take Uncle Foot over.
There you go. I got to find.
Look, I'm gonna warm your heart, Ryan. I will take Richard Todd today.
Richard Todd.
Over today. We don't have to go back in the time machine. I'll take him today over Zach Wilson.
I mean, Richard Todd.
I'll take Browning Nagel over
Look,
Zach Wilson.
Richard Todd and Browning Nagel could blindly throw for 400 yards in a game before Zach Wilson could throw for 400 yards in a season.
I will take a 65-year-old Ken O'Brien over Zach Wilson.
He probably could still wing it.
He probably could still wing it.
Mm-hmm.
Brian and Dan Marino used to sling it all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
It was Miami or the old Meadowlands. Here we go.
October
85. Wesley Walker, the walk-off game winner.
The walk-off game winner. Yeah. Oh no, Victor. Kyle Orton. Oh,
number 8 himself from Purdue and from the Chicago Bears.
He also mentioned Shane Matthews.
The Dollar General version of Aaron Rodgers, Kyle Orton.
He also mentioned Shane Matthews. He also mentioned Dante Culpepper.
Now here's how bad I could tie.
And Apistle mentioned David Garrard.
I can tie Shane Matthews.
Oh no.
Oh boy, Tony Banks. Oh dear Lord.
Yes.
Jeff Blake.
Rod West says Tony Banks. Jeff Blake even.
I was story about
and Wise, he says, look, the only player I would not take would be Carson Wentz.
Agreed.
I'm sorry, Ryan. Go ahead, sir.
Those Wentz sexuals are really, really trying to. Never mind. I'll complete my sentence later. Go ahead, Ryan.
No, but my first college football game was Thanksgiving weekend, 1994. My dad. And I'm forever grateful to him for doing this. He took me. We went on a road trip to Penn State. My cousin was going there.
Oh, nice!
And we saw that '94 team that was unbelievably talented.
Yeah, they were.
And they played Michigan State in that game. Tony Banks was their quarterback.
Right.
Tony Banks. Penn State ran away with the game pretty late, but he was matching them for a while. He was matching them touchdown for touchdown for a while, but that I just said that's Rod saying Tony Banks just kind of brought back that memory. So it's a good memory.
Poor Tony Banks, the scapegoat as to why the 2000 Ravens didn't take off offensively.
Is Beaver Stadium that much of a nut house as I've seen in because that's a bucket list item of mine. Yes. To not only see a game at Beaver Stadium in front of 106,000, but
obviously to call one. Mm-hmm.
But to be in the press box, because I've already conquered Ford Field in covering the Quick Lane Bowl 1 year.
When I went on that trip back in '94, I saw the scaffolding when they were expanding the stadium out. It was already at 90,000+ when I went there, and they were expanding it to 100 and I think it's 100. I think it's 100 between 104, 105 right now.
Yeah, it's at 107 right now. Ohio Stadium's at 102 because I was in that joint in 2002 when they expanded, when they lowered the field so they can add more seats, and they took out the track. I remember that expansion because I lived through it. I lived through that. Since we're talking about quarterback, we'll take. Oh Lord, Victor. You know what?
Lord.
I'll hurt myself, but I'll bring out Tony Romo. This is Victor saying that. Allow.
Oh, Lord.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I will take a broken down Bernie Kosar, who hurt the Jets in 1986.
Look, I will take.
It was Mark Gastineau who hurt them in that double overtime game with that roughing the passer.
That's true. Look, Cowboys fans, I will take Quincy Carter over Zach Wilson.
Also a former Jets quarterback.
A Georgia
Bulldog. Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Georgia Bulldogs, and speaking of quarterbacks, we would take over Zach Wilson, which is what this segment has been turned into.
And I deeply apologize to all of our affiliates for that.
Don't. Hey, look. I got the folks in Atlanta and the folks in Chicago wrote to me and said they love the show.
Okay. All right.
They wrote to me and said they love the show. And there's a couple of stations in New York that are interested. So we're hitting all the markets. And plus, let me welcome the folks from KSRN in Phoenix, Arizona, as well, picking us up. Listen, I can't believe I'm going to do this.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't believe I'm going to do this.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm reaching way back in the Wayback Machine for this one. But I will take an old ass Craig Martin.
Oof.
Who?
Over Zach Wilson.
Craig Morton. That name I haven't heard in 40 years.
Fellow who got sacked 9 times in
Super Bowl
12.
9 times.
Thank you. And thank you for the reminder of that movie, which was filmed in my hometown. 9 times.
Craig, I haven't heard that name in 40 years. Craig Morton.
And I would also take Don Makowski.
Oof.
How about that name?
I will take an animatronic Johnny Unitas.
There you go.
Over Zach Wilson.
Did you have to go that graphic, Ryan?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. And by the way, as a
I'll take a hologram autogram.
There you go. Listen, I will take. We're talking old quarterbacks, and Cole has the color on. I will take a bad performance from one Tommy Kramer.
I figured he was going to talk about Tommy Kramer.
Matter of fact, I'll take a 1989 performance against my beloved 49ers of Wade Wilson over Zach Wilson. And Wade Wilson actually gave the 49ers hell 2 years earlier when he threw for 341 yards. 210 of those went to one. 221 of those, I beg your pardon, went to one Anthony Carter. Hell, I'll take a Houston Cougar slinging Andre Ware. How's that? Listen, I will take a Calgary Stampeders version of Doug Flutie.
Or Jeff Garcia.
Oh, Jeff Garcia. There you go. There you go. And I know there's an echo. I'm working on it here on site, and I might just have to race back to my office. But
I will take Art Schlichter with the gambling slips in his pocket over Zach Wilson.
I love it. And we're talking Baltimore Colts, not Indianapolis Colts, Baltimore Colts.
Well, I was thinking Detroit Drive from the
there you go.
Schlichter with the gambling.
Okay, since you're going arena football, Ryan McCarthy, let's go to the old school AFL. Who did Art Schlichter face in the second Arena Bowl? I'll take Ben Bennett from the Chicago Bruisers.
Yep, the Bruisers, yes. I remember that.
Yeah, and that game was in the Rosemont Horizon. My whole family watched it, and Detroit wound up winning that game in the lowest scoring game of that season, 24-13. Held the second highest scoring team in the AFL to 13 points.
Oh wow! Tim Markham, genius coach when it came to arena football. God rest his soul.
Okay, so why is Rod Isaac going there?
What?
Victor Locke goes Rich Loose Gannon. Thank you, Chris Berman. And Archie Manning.
That's Rod West.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. But that's not the. Oh, and thank you, Victor. Says he would take Warren Moon. Appreciate that, Victor. And also, Rod West says Andre Ward and Audrey Ware and Charlie Ward. But the one, no, I'm not going to read the one that would derail this whole conversation. Go ahead, gentlemen.
Try me.
Okay. The Hawk TV, good morning to you, sir. He says, quote, I take LeBron over Tom Chambers and Larry Bird.
LeBron James is trash, Hawk TV.
Close quote.
Okay. I will not derail this conversation. I will just say this.
It's Monday, Hawk TV.
Hey, Hawk TV and Rod Isaac. Tom Chambers can run circles around LeBron James at age 6 than LeBron can do right now. Back on track. I would put Atlanta.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. Yes! Yes!
Cole doing his Jason Garrett impression live on.
That's right.
In the morning.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
There we go.
What got Jason Garrett? You know what got Jason Garrett hired as the Cowboys coach? One performance. A backup performance on Thanksgiving Day, 1994, against Brett Favre and the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, that earned him a coaching job, and that was as a backup QB. Yeah.
As a backup.
Speaking of arena football, we didn't address this last week. We didn't address the new part ownership of the Albany Empire.
Yes, we did.
No. Go ahead. Go. You can address it. You can address it, sir.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So, I don't know if you guys saw.
Mm-hmm.
One former NFL wide receiver,
yes,
Antonio Brown, is now part owner of the Albany Empire.
Yes,
I'm neutral on the matter. Honestly,
you're neutral. Okay.
I'm neutral. I mean, some people are
You're neutral.
Cole,
okay.
Please elaborate. Go ahead. I know you're looking to.
You're neutral. You're neutral.
You're champing at the bit. I know you're going to say something.
I'm glad you're neutral. I'm glad you're neutral. But considering that we're talking about Antonio Clown, the Albany Empire. Already off the rails.
Okay, I've got to. Mine's going to hate me, but Victor sent this to me in a text message over the weekend, and I better take these off so I can be clear to read this. Forgive me, wise, and forgive me, chat.
Oh Lord!
This moment of bronze sexual stupidity is brought to you by Hooked on Bronix. You start talking like an idiotic bronze sexual. Hooked on Bronix can set you right. Call 1-800-YO-CAN.
Victor, that's one of the best ads ever written. Oh my gosh.
Let's go.
That's one of the best ads written. I'm sorry, Victor. That was beautiful, man.
Mr. Johnson, you have 48 hours to turn that into a video ad.
Hooked on Bronix.
Before Ryan McCarthy gets out of here for the morning, can we get the extended praise dance, please?
Oh my gosh. Hooked on Bronix. That was good, man. That was good. In fact, it was so good, we got to do this. Dang it, son! When we're singing again, yeah. Get stupid. Get stupid. Come on now. One more time, go. Yeah. Hey, yeah.
Yeah. Call 1-800 Yo Cat.
Oh my gosh.
Hooked on Bronics is also Ray approved. And
Hooked on.
That is our extended version of Coffee with McCarthy, brought to you by Invader Coffee. Go to Snowman Multimedia.
Oh my gosh.
SnowmanInTheMorning.com. Pick your favorite flavor of Invader Coffee. Use the affiliate link. And not only will you help Invader Coffee, you will help us as well. As Cole tries to recover, we bid you adieu, Mr. Ryan McCoffey. We love you very much.
Yeah. Wonderful job, bro.
Thank you, gentlemen. I do.
Go ahead, Ryan.
From the top, bottom, in between of my heart, I do appreciate you having me on every Monday at 8:35 to talk whatever.
I think I knew before the summer you'd be a perfect addition when we had you on and we just did like a straight laced interview, and then you dropped something that made us laugh, and I thought right then and there, perfect. And this is a perfect time for you to come on before you get your day started, and you help us close hour one and keep our day started. Thank you, Mr. McCoffey, so much.
And thank you. Shameless plug. No commercials required. Returns this week. We're not sure when, but it could be Tuesday. It could be Friday. We'll let you know. I'll let you know in the chat.
All right.
I will be tuning in. In. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Gentlemen, have a great Monday.
You too. 1-800 Yo King, Lord.
Okay.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up?
All right, I'm up. So is Cole Johnson and the rest of the crew. This is Snowman in the Morning, weekdays at 8 a.m. Eastern on your favorite video and audio networks.